Previously on Travellers of the Unknown, Ashes from Time. So it's in Libikun, the melting pot, that our story will begin.
Plague Master Harriet fled his homeland.
He walks into Trident.
Gully is a dragonborn.
Bryn is a half-elven bard.
He stole from me! Jacob Nail swings at you, and Bryn is fucking unconscious.
Gully grinds his teeth together and then lets out
Big
a
cone of fucking flames.
wall of flames.
Swing for him with my sickle.
Jacob Nail is dead.
You just saved my fucking life. Anything you want.
You know any passage out of town and across the land?
We did make a pretty good team back there.
Bryn is kind of makes his way over to a little shop. Trinkets of Trident. I was hired to steal a box.
I haven't even been able to get it open. Unable to pull the box off the counter. Let's fucking kill him.
Well, our friend is in trouble.
Where once was a stern man, tangled mess of rusted pipes and coils. Grabs your rapier, chucks it to the side.
My name's Digby, and this is my quasit, Jin.
I'll take care of him.
Bryn grabbed the box.
Burning, scalding pain.
Everyone who isn't aware of that box will forget that any of us ever existed. Do not look at what's inside. Do not touch what's inside.
Digby passes.
The watch has been alerted. We need to get out.
Very quickly get moved over into Obert.
What the fuck's so important about this box?
I'm going to get paid an inordinate amount of money to give it to someone.
You check into a fairly quiet inn.
There's two figures running at me who are in purple cloaks, and there's a fucking horde behind them.
One of them is a human.
Fenison Portwello.
The other one, a tiefling.
Lahani.
What do we pronounce Lani? The people in the town have been taken under their spell. I can get us out of here, but you need to buy me some time.
I was creating a bomb. Kick the person off the stairs. I don't want to hurt them.
Okay, you slip, drop the Molotov, you set fire to the first floor.
Bryn had a lullaby.
Yeah, you put 7 of them to sleep. Many of the ones that were climbing the walls.
I did say don't kill anyone.
Rips out the toilet, drops out the window.
You've killed 3 people.
Harriet kind of goes still, watching the bodies burn.
I'm not fucking leaving him here.
I should die with them.
What good would that do? Death for death.
Show me the way out of this.
That evening in the tent, Harriet and Gorlia share these stories of their lives and what they've been through. It's like a whole wall of this blinding light has formed, and you've all stepped through it. Inside the Toridium, Part 1. So the 4 of you, well 5 of you with Lani, stumble together out of a blinding light. Your memories and thoughts are slowly returning as if you'd just woken up from a deep spell or sleep. And ahead of you, stretching high beyond the clouds, is this stone cylinder, this smooth tower with no windows or features aside from the dull grey stone worn from the eons. And there's a door at every story, but there's no way to get to these doors except for the one that's on the ground, obviously.
But is there a story at every door?
There's a story through every door that you have yet to discover. While you're looking at this, it kind of becomes hard to imagine a time when the tower didn't stand. It's like you've always known it was there, kind of like very imposing. And then Lani turns to you all. She slings her bag off her shoulders and opens it and pulls out a series of compressed fabric discs. She squeezes one and tosses it into the air, and it lands a fully formed tent. She then throws 3 others out towards you guys and says,
2 of you will have to share. Get plenty of rest. We're going to be starting in the morning.
She enters her tent and leaves you. After a moment, Jin appears beside you, Harriet. They land on your shoulder and they nuzzle you. They make a little chirping, clicking noise. And then they fly off after Lani into her tent.
What the fuck? I've been betrayed.
I think
just as
Bryn and Fenison steal their own tents and then
Yeah, didn't I sleep with...
I'm going from this point, so she's given the 4 of you 3 tents to split.
well, Bryn grabs a tent to himself.
Do we feel like we're safe here?
You read all the notes I gave you, right?
Yeah. Is this home?
This isn't home.
This
no,
is not
but
home.
you know you're safe here.
Okay.
The rest of you guys are fucking clueless still.
No different from usual for me then, sounds calm. Yeah, didn't we sleep together last time? So.
I kind of just went back a bit because I actually want to maybe explore the night if there was anything that you guys wanted to do or say to each other before.
I get a campfire going, have a bit of a natter.
You can do that if you want. I mean, just as a note, hold on first, just as a note, I know we've all leveled you up to 3. At the moment in the story, you're all still level 1, but we'll get you there in a sec, so...
Okay.
Just story-wise, you're still level 1 at the moment.
Okay.
Except fucking Finnison, who's been level 3 the whole time.
Yeah, because I'm a god.
You said we're near a tower, right?
There is this huge tower, yes, and other than that, you're just in a big, foggy kind of Scotland sort of area.
Yeah, are there trees?
No, there's no trees. It's just a big open field, plain. You can't see very far because of the fog.
I think Bryn is... It's quite late already, isn't it?
It is. It's quite late. It's like night.
Bryn is quite knackered, so he's gonna...
Here we go.
Well, I'm gonna clock out, darlings.
I love it.
Fuck.
I fucking love it.
I am
Keep going.
feeling greatly insulted, but sure, carry on.
Good. That was my intention.
You fuck.
I'm sure it's no less insulting than Harriet's voice.
That is a
to any-
perfect
To
accent.
any Irish people.
I don't know what you're on about.
And then Bryn's gonna magic up his tent and dive
Yeah,
inside.
you just do what Lani does, and
Finn would like to help everyone make their tents. 'cause
there's
he knows what
literally
they look
nothing.
like.
You just squeeze the disc and throw it in the tents there.
It's one of those flat pack frisbees.
Yeah, he helps.
How does he help that?
He goes, do that.
Thank you for your insight, friend.
And then he yeets his own and goes to bed.
Finnison just makes a face at
No,
the rest of them, just like...
He just makes a popping sound with his lips.
He was trying to be nice, but
This whole time Finn's been trying to be nice, and that worries me because he comes across as a cock. It worries me about what Dowd in real life thinks nice is.
oh man. Finnis has gone to bed because fuck helping people.
I wanna make an observation, which is that Harriet is a very different size to Gorlia. In a respectful way, James, you are gigantic.
School is a big
I
boy.
think the dense bit of meat. How does that configuration work in the
Curl up
tent?
by myself and a little ball outside.
I mean, do you wanna?
No.
Do you want to head into a tent? Because I can tell you about the inside of the tent.
All right, let's boogie on in.
So Finn and Bryn, you've got your own Finn and Bryn. Finn, Bryn, gin, Jesus.
It's my favourite drink.
So Finn and Bryn have their own tents, and you two are going to share then, Harriet and Gorlia.
I think so. Yeah, seems to
Yeah,
be.
you've literally about 5 minutes ago had your emotional kind of moment together.
Oh God, that's a lot to get back into.
Yeah. So if that
Just remember, everyone's dead.
All right, I'm just gonna point to the tent and Gorlia. I'll see you in the morning, mate.
yeah.
So this goes for all of you, but I'm just focusing on Gorlia and Harriet right now. The interior of the tent it's like a subtle, warm orange hue. The tents are clearly designed with one occupant in mind. They're compact but cozy. There's just enough room for a simple feather bed opposite a small wooden stool. And there's a roaring brick fireplace, and hanging in front of the fire are a pair of tongs and a kettle, and there's an iron bar that you can see, and you could use the tongs to hang the kettle from that iron bar to brew something in it on the fire. Beside the bed is a little wardrobe, and on the other side of the room it is a sectioned off area with a shower and a toilet. Yes, they have those.
Amazing.
How all this stuff is set up or contained within this little pocket-sized discs that Lani produced is completely a mystery to you, but it was probably magic.
What if it wasn't?
It was a gift of engineering. So there you are. That's the room.
I suggest
cool.
you take some of those clothes off, sir. You've lost quite a lot of blood. Let's get these clothes changed.
Not said that in a more terrifying way, Gorlia.
The Plague Master Morningwood begins.
The ship.
Just spat all over my screen, for fuck's sake.
That's the ship name.
Oh, did he now? Spat all over your screen, huh?
Spit.
Dang.
For the record, it's going to be pretty difficult for Gorlia to share this bed with Harriet. It's not made for two people.
Okay.
I can.
There's a soft carpet.
I mean, if I'm going to resume my classic character of being an edgy fuck, I'm just going to roll my bindle into a pillow and sleep below the stars.
What, outside?
both gonna not sleep in the bed.
Well, there's not enough room for a normal...
We both refuse to sleep in the bed.
There's room for you to... You could sleep in the floor.
No, after you. No, after you. No, after you.
You could sleep on the floor. Like, Gorlia's not that big.
Alright, I'm gonna stick the kettle on anyway.
Get a brew going, mate.
In the kettle, when you went to look at it, there are two little pouches. One contains tea leaves and filter paper, and the other one contains some crushed cocoa. So,
What beverage do you acquire, sir? We have cocoa, or we have some leaves.
Cocoa. I'll have some cocoa,
Are
please.
you sure you want cocoa? The leaves look really good. Like, really good.
I trust your tongue more than my own, dear friend. Why would you recommend?
My tongue creates fire, so you
Then
know.
why would you recommend me a hot drink?
I'll stick the kettle on anyway.
How do you know?
Gula just boils the kettle and then drinks the boiling water out of the kettle.
Cool.
Just like Mum used to make.
Fuck's sake.
Right.
Alright. Just for quick, hey, Bryn and Finn, you guys doing anything in your tents? You exploring at all, or you just going straight to bed?
Please.
I mean, I'm probably used to it, so I'll probably do my my shiz, my routine, and then go to bed.
Bryn is butt naked, fast asleep.
Sweet, okay.
Why naked?
Some people sleep naked.
Why not?
I can't do that.
I can only sleep naked.
Jesus Christ.
As soon as any amount of clothing touches Callum, he sits upright. Get it off!
Yeah, I can imagine him naked, but he's got one of those little nightcaps on. And a pair of socks.
Wait, where's
Yeah,
my...
Gaulia, you've still got your nightcap.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
So, just to move past this bit, Gaulia and Harriet, do you want to have a conversation or do you want to go to sleep?
No, I want to go to bed.
Alright, where are you sleeping?
Again, I'll let Gaulia have it. You deserve the bed, my friend. I'll take the floor. Don't worry about it.
As long as you're sure. You've lost a lot of blood. We both have.
That's fine. I'll heal by morning. That's how the rules work.
That's the rules of the universe we live in.
Some weird... I don't know why hypocrisy is a thing.
Hippocratic oath.
No.
What?
Not hypocrisy. Apocrisy.
Oh, he said Hippocrates.
What?
Hippocrates, the fucking... Don't worry.
Okay, let's move on, guys.
Moving away from this comedy drain.
Moving away from this comedy toilet, we're just gonna go to.
This is going well.
So for the rest of you, you have normal night. Bryn, as you rest that night, you have a vivid dream.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
See, the great thing about fantasy is that dreams never mean anything, so don't pay attention.
Yeah, right.
Right. You see a blaze, dark red and spreading from forest to town to city. And you see this from above, kind of like a distant view, as if you're almost flying over it. You feel no heat and you feel no empathy. You don't feel anything at all. You're entirely numb and cold, bar this knife-like sensation in your gut. Where the fire passes, it leaves less for nothing. No ash, no burn marks, but this darkness deeper than any you've seen before. You need it to stop, and you know it doesn't need to be. You want to help, and you reach and grasp and pull, and you wake up, and you're out of bed, and the box is in your hands, and you have one hand on the lid, gripping it as if ready to yank it open.
Okay.
Sassy.
Bryn is gonna he's gonna set the box back in his bag and like tie up his bag and put it the other side of the tent.
Okay.
And then try and go back to sleep.
I have one of those cool padlock bags.
Yeah.
Okay, sleep's a little hard to come by after this, but it does come. So that's all that happens. So the next morning, as you leave your tents, you find Lani waiting outside for you. She's sat on a stool beside her tent, and she's fiddling with the haphazardly assembled device that let you escape from Oberk last night. In the light now, you get a better look at her. Her skin is a deep red. Her features are stern. One side of her head is covered in flowing, dirty blonde hair, and the other side just has this jagged, cracked horn jutting out. She's dressed in a set of fresh clothes, like light armor on her shoulders and knees and hips over these dark purple robes. And now you actually notice a decently long spiked tail protruding from her lower back. But that's enough about Lani, because the huge tower you saw last night is fucking gone.
Oh shit, really?
Stretching all around you is just the green field and the chill fog in the air.
Finn's gonna go to Lani and go, where's it gone? 'Cause it's not in my notes.
Yeah.
Then it vanishes.
Yeah, no, you weren't told. Lonnie looks up from the box. Oh, yeah, the Toridium does that. You know, it's been
The what now?
The Toridium, it's what the tower's called. You kind of context clues. It's been a pain in the ass to track. You know, we get a signal and it vanishes, and then a few days later it's back, but it's only back for 10 minutes, and then it's a week, and then we won't be here longer than a week. We're gonna know when it's gonna come back, okay? She holds up the device and kind of shakes it.
What colour is the tower?
It's just grey stone.
Okay.
Just plain. Do you guys anything to say at any point?
Fuck!
It's pretty dramatic.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Millicent kicks the dust and just goes, thought we'd have this done today.
Why do we need to seek the tower? What's so important about it?
Okay, look. You guys have a lot of questions, and I get that. So, I don't know, do you want to, take a seat on the grass and I'll just tell you? Do you want to just have a little clear the air moment? I'll tell you everything.
That's a little bit of exposition. Let's go for it.
Sit down in a little circle.
Here is all the plot.
Okay.
Okay. I take a seat in the grass, feel the morning mildew between my fingers, and stare up.
Bryn's he's not gonna sit down, he's gonna kind of stand. He's a bit fidgety after
So,
not a lot of sleep and...
we'll start with the box. You got there, Bryn? So inside that is an artifact called an eye. It's believed to be a small fraction of a long-deceased god or greater being. It holds an incredibly powerful form of blood magic. Blood that isn't of this realm. It has properties we don't fully understand. That same blood magic is in this thing. She gestures to her device. This hasn't got an eye in it, but we do have others. And this has just got some residue from that, you know? We can use it to open doorways, to find places. It can let us fit spaces into small containers, and it can be used to track other forms of the same blood. You might have noticed quite a bit of pain when you picked up the box there, Bryn. That was it bonding to you. No one but the owner of an eye can hold it, lift it, and use it. The only way to break that blood connection is death, and then it bonds to the next person it touches.
Is that why the shopkeeper was dead?
Presumably.
Was it bonded to him?
Well, they would have had to kill him to get their hands on it.
I'll be careful with that then, Bryn. Doesn't seem like any good end will come to it.
Lots of people want to use those eyes for a lot of terrible things. Not many people know about them, and many who do don't believe it. But if they ended up in the wrong hands, big cliche, basically me and Finn here, we belong to a group called the Vestige. We want to stop that from happening. Among other things, we track down and contain and hopefully one day hope to destroy any traces of these eyes or their blood.
Couldn't they do a little bit of good? They allow you to make your TEDs, for Christ's sake.
There's a cost. In this device, it's a very small amount of the blood, a very weak form of this magic. The good that they do, while it's there and could help, it's not worth the destruction they could cause. One thing you need to learn about blood magic is there is always a cost.
Trust me, I know far too much about blood magic.
So yeah, the tower in there, there's a device inside. It's got some of this blood, doohickeys on it. So basically, me and Finn, we're part of a kind of a squad that goes out and finds these traces of blood and tries to reclaim them, just to stop them from falling into, the wrong hands.
And what exactly are those wrong hands?
There are people we don't like.
Oh, so because you guys say it's bad, everyone else gets robbed of it.
Oh, no. So there's a group who historically have done bad things, like make those villagers go and try and kill you.
Yeah, that was their work.
Or
they just go by the order. There are a lot of kind of contenders and threats, but the biggest main one is them. I'm gonna put it this way. I'm not gonna keep you here. We're not gonna keep you here. We're not gonna stop you from leaving. You can leave us but if you leave us, you will die. You know too much, and you have too much of value in your possession. They will find you, they will kill you, and fuck, they already almost did.
Seems like you're halfway around the world and you can't escape some crazy cult trying to do some crazy shit to innocent people.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Without our help, they will kill you, they will take that box, and it won't end well. And if you stay with us, we can offer you a home and food and companions and work. You're not half bad, and we need all the able bodies we can get. You'd be doing the world a service.
Ule raises his
So we're
hand.
just slaves to a different name.
Ule raises his hand.
Uh-huh.
How many of you are there?
Not too many. About a dozen.
So, for the time being, we're just going to sit here and wait for a tower to pop back up.
No, you're not. Like I said, there's no telling how many days it's going to be. Shouldn't be more than a week. We're going to know at least 12 hours before it comes back. You're all going to need to be ready by then. So call this a crash course mission. If you're okay with it, Finn will go in with you, and, we'll see if we can do a better job keeping you alive than he did the population of Oberk, Until then, you're free to do as you like, but I recommend you get some training in. We've got some appropriate training facilities here. We can help get you up to speed.
I thought this was just a tower and a field.
No, we've got our tents.
Oh, okay.
Got tents.
You've got training facilities in your tents.
Got stuff in my tent.
Oh no.
Stuff in my tent.
Well, count me in. If there's training involved, definitely. If it's helping the good, even better.
Harriet and Bryn?
Well, nothing else to do. Might as well save the world.
Oh, that's such a
Fucking corny line.
fucking cheesy shit line, Matt.
What is this? The Avengers?
What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad? Jesus.
She looks to Bryn.
Well, looks like there's about bugger all else to do.
Okay, fuck. I'm really glad that worked.
That's just he basically just ripped off what I said.
Yeah,
Just want to point that out.
Aye, but without the corny line.
No, but I mean, corny is only really relative because we live in a fancy age. Therefore, people don't understand.
I mean, I think
cliches.
people still understand what corny things are, man.
I don't think they do. I think even in where I come from, that's not an issue.
Some people let blood magic take over the world, not us.
Now, again, that's another iteration of what I said. I feel like there's I don't want to be the guy to point this up. A lot of you are just crewing on my shebang.
You see, this is our point, dear. What you're saying could be applied to anything and everyone.
Cheesy by proxy.
So where do we start?
All right.
Training.
Let's get to training.
Okay. Again, I'm really glad that worked because half the stuff I said there was like, I mean, you were talking about cheesy dialogue, Jesus. Anyway, give me one sec. She goes into her tent and comes out a few moments later with a heavy backpack, and she tosses the backpack to Harriet. There's books in there.
Oof.
There's books in there detailing clerical spells, bard spells, a variety. You can learn a few, hone your skills, make sure you don't get rusty. And as for the physical side of things, she gives Gorlier a look and then heads back into the tent, coming out in another moment with a
I
sandbag.
thought she came out with like a fancy treadmill.
You have this entire field for a gym. I might even join you. I've got nothing better to do. And she gives Gorlier the sandbag.
Oh yeah, you can spot me. This will be great.
Oh wait, one last thing before I forget. She rushes inside once again, and from inside the tent flaps, she tosses Bryn a long, thin case.
Hey.
You're gonna need this, Lani says, stepping out, immediately starting to kind of walk with Gorlier to lug the sandbag to a more open space.
Bryn's gonna open up the case.
Inside that case is a shiny oak scabbard,
Hey.
and inside of that, a brand new rapier.
Oh.
It's feather light, but so sharp it almost vanishes when you look at it from the side. Its hilt is a smooth, soft metal, blank, and with space for anything, and included in the case is a small tool for etching designs onto metal.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
It's
not.
just a regular rapier, yeah.
It's not magic at all. No, it's just. It's a good rapier, but it's just magic. I mean, it's not magic at all. Sorry. So we're not gonna play through these next couple days waiting outside the Toridium, but this is kind of my story way of explaining how you all level up with this training.
Okay.
You'll be learning some new spells, things like that. You guys are there for about 3 days until the tower comes back. If you have any ideas for things you might want to talk about or do, just let me know. This is just free range. You can have a scene each if you want. Whatever you want to do.
If we have a scene each, that sounds pretty good.
All right, day one, Bryn.
Bryn goes first.
Oh, if you want, it's up to you.
I guess we can interact with each other.
Book it. Bryn's just gonna kind of peruse through the book. He's gonna play some little pieces. Nothing extravagant. Seems a bit maybe lost in thought.
Harriet wanders alongside him with his own book in hand, A History of Magic. Yours a better read than mine?
Well, I don't know about a better read, but I certainly think you should put down the book, head over to Gorlier, have a little chat, and Bryn's going to try and cast Suggestion.
Okay.
It's a wisdom saving throw. And on a failed save, the target must pursue the course of action you described to the best of its ability.
Okay, Matt is quite good at wisdom,
A
so
wise boy.
do us a d20, Matt.
7.
+5, that's a 12.
And that 13 to beat.
Oh shit! There we go. You do what Bryn says. So
Harriet nods. Yeah, that's a grand idea, and heads over to Gorlia as he struts.
is there any reason Bryn wanted to be alone, or is he just?
No, he's just trying out his spell he thinks he can.
Oh.
And he thought Harriet would make it a music thing.
Not a fan of this. I want to point out at this point, by the way, just for the sake of continuity, Harriet isn't in his heavy lead-lined fire leathers.
Yeah. Did you have a change of clothes with you?
I have linens I wear underneath it, so it's
Okay, because there were. If you had looked in the wardrobe, all of you guys, you would have found some very simple purple, plain robes and things that you guys could wear.
Yeah, no, Harriet wears a white linen shirt and very thin tan trousers underneath his leathers.
Okay, that's cool.
Very thin.
I don't even know what I was supposed to say to that.
So, Gorlia, what kind of thing would you...
Chrissy, before you go into that, I'm assuming between each of these days we're getting decent night's sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Is Bryn?
Bryn, you don't have any further dreams.
Cool. No, it was just for sake of spell slot.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Just wasted
one.
Yeah,
no damage or anything you take during these scenes will carry over to when we actually get to the conflict of this chapter, so...
Can I help training people in physical combat? Because I could throw objects at them that they have to dodge and deflect and stuff.
What class is for this?
Upper.
No, I'm quite low at class.
He's a sorcerer.
Yeah. So I could fling shit at you and you could dodge it as practice.
He's gonna fling shit at you.
Like Kung Fu Panda training montage with all of the weird objects.
Yeah, sure, you've got some...
I've got the...
Hold on, I'll combat train you, give me 10 minutes.
I got to drop a fat one.
You got some discs or something you could be throwing towards...
Literally have the spell catapult.
Okay.
Is it going to get increasingly faster so that it becomes
Yes.
Like a tennis machine.
No.
Anime jokes. Haha, epic.
So I'm going to offer anyone who wishes can go through my high octane obstacle course.
Can we have the scene of Finn fucking just finished completing it, looking proud,
Yeah.
just calling out.
Right, guys.
Oh, boys.
I thought you've read a lot. You've done a lot of training. I've prepared an obstacle course for you. If you wanna test out your skills,
Bryn's gonna come up. He wants to.
Finn, you could have been training as well, Finn.
Crickets.
Well, I thought the tower would be my
Yeah,
training.
but Chrissy, there's no mechanical need for Finn to train. He's already level 3.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. I just looked inside his head. He's already level 3. Don't worry about it. This fucking voice sucks. It's hurting my throat. I've never had... I didn't realise how shit it was until I had to do it for an extended period of time. Oh well.
So Finn's gonna... If you look at his, obstacle course, it's just an amalgamation of just regular items thrown around the floor. It doesn't look like an obstacle course.
So really, he's just strewn trash across a field.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Littering.
And he goes, right, stand still, and then all you have to do is avoid my attacks.
Is this just Bryn?
This is just... I'm a Gorlia. So.
Is this just Bryn?
Apparently.
Okay, Bryn and Finn, now a little scene.
Are you ready, Bryn?
As I ever will be.
Okay, I'm gonna cast catapult. So I choose an object weighing 1 to 5 pounds, which is within 60 feet, that's being worn or carried.
A fat baby.
And it flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in the direction I choose before falling at the ground. I need Bryn to make a dexterity saving throw.
Are you throwing this at Bryn?
Yeah, dodge training.
What is it?
It's like a teapot.
If you can dodge a hammer, you can dodge a ball.
Jesus. This does a pretty substantial amount of damage if it hits you, by the way.
It's just like dodgeball.
That's 15 plus 4.
Oh yeah, you
19.
save, so you take no damage and you niffly dodge.
Nice. Well done, Bryn. All right.
I'd do it again.
Okay. You do it again.
I feel like this obstacle course hasn't got many components.
This is less an obstacle course and just like a shooting range.
That's right, there's a part 2. There's a part 2.
There's a part 2, okay.
Dex save again.
Yeah, please.
That's a 6 to go 6 total.
This time the teapot hits you in the face and
Okay.
you take 3d6 damage.
3d6?
3d8.
3d8.
Hold on, what?
3d8. It's 3d8
You
damage.
took 15 damage.
How heavy is this teapot?
Lead
It's
lined.
more the force of the spell.
3d8.
15 damage.
Christ.
15 damage. Oof.
Bryn's dead.
Okay, wow.
Kablonk.
Bryn is gonna kind of sit up or he got knocked over and just kind of he's a bit dazed. Think that'll be enough for me, pet.
Finn comes in. He says, "Are you okay? I thought you'd be able to dodge that."
You just threw a fucking kettle at you.
On the old iron ones too.
Oh, poor Bryn.
Little gins fly around his head.
Oh yeah, Jin's about.
Now with all your speed training, you should be able to quote unquote catch me. And then Finn's gonna cast levitate and float like 20 feet in the air.
Bryn could not look any less impressed.
And he's like, "All you need to do is touch my foot, and you win this challenge."
He's gonna kind of, I guess, groggily stand up and just, without a lot of effort, just kind of jump out.
Just jumping up to.
Finn realizes and very, very gently lowers himself to a point where you can reach.
Oh.
Oh, that's just.
And then when you do, he just goes, "Yeah, you did it!
Okay.
Woo!
It's just a feat.
High five!"
I think Bryn needs to lie down.
I think Bryn needs to lie down.
He's just over half died.
Oh Jesus Christ! How much life do you actually have as a max?
Bryn needs a hug.
21.
Oh shit!
I'm not a hard boy.
Got 6 left. Oh man!
And technically, I'm gonna go by current health, but technically, if he hadn't leveled up yet, that would have
killed
knocked
him.
it. That would have
one
that would
shot
have
him.
almost killed him. Because
Oh,
if you get
fuck.
double max, don't you?
Yeah, you get double
yeah.
max. And,
His was 8.
Oh shit! I would have almost one shot him and murderfied him.
Yeah, this would have been.
That would have been insane.
It's so unsatisfying.
Banter, really.
Legendary champion beaten by a kettle.
Well, let's go to Harriet and Gorlia.
I'm just walking up, not really knowing why I've come over.
Gorlia, what are you doing?
Doing a few squats, bit of bench pressing. Me and
Okay, Lani's kind of spotting you, I guess.
well, we take it in turns because Lani's pretty hench too, right? So
Yeah, Lani's pretty hench. She's just she's leaning against the sandbag at the moment, watching you.
So tell me, Lani, is it? What
Uh-huh.
I don't mean to be rude, but what race are you? Sorry.
Oh.
I love the idea this is how James chats people up in real life.
No, that's a decent question. Don't get I'm actually as much as I hate the phrase for it, I guess I'm a feral tiefling. Hence the red and the horn.
I've never met one
and the
before.
tail. The tail's actually pretty useless. People without tails, they see them and they think, "Oh, that'd be useful. You can just pick it up." And it has. I can't move it.
Well,
It just sort of sits there.
it's usually people have tails for balance, right? That's what mine's for.
I guess. You haven't got a tail.
I do have a tail, don't
No,
I?
Dragon Ball stuff have tails. Do they?
Yeah, they do, don't they?
This one does.
I do.
In D&D lore, they very much can.
Gorlia grows a tail suddenly.
In all the reference art I've seen in Dragon Balls, they never had tails.
That's not a tail, mate.
I always pictured him with a tail.
Oh no, some of them do. Okay, you can have a tail.
Yeah, they have a little bit like tails, don't they?
Yeah, so they have something to relate. They have something in common, I guess. They can tell some tales about their.
Their tails. Okay.
The fox.
Yeah, I guess Lani's just like, what about yours? Can you pick shit up with it?
I mean, it's got many different uses.
Oh, God.
What?
It's a sex tail, isn't it?
Sex tail.
Gorlia doesn't know what a vagina is, let alone fucking sex.
Doesn't he?
Which is funny because he's such a pussy.
His halfling parents never had to talk with him.
I
He
mean,
was never going to bang, was he? He's not-
Oh my god, is Bryn gonna get to have to talk with Gorlia?
yes, I
Is
think he's
Gorlia
gonna
a
have
virgin?
to. What do you think? No.
How does he know what a vagina is?
He just fucks it. He doesn't know what it is. He just.
That is the most disgusting thing you've ever said.
Who was Gorlia's first?
Harriet in the tent.
No, I slept outside for a reason, mate.
You didn't sleep outside. You slept on the floor.
Oh yeah, crying.
But no, whereabouts are you from? Was it Lonnie?
Lani, yeah.
Lonnie.
Oh my god.
Oh, I spent most of my time growing up in the melting pot.
Oh, don't know where
It's
that
not
is.
great for a tiefling there, but
we came from there.
it's actually kind of a relief to be able to join the vestige. I've been here since I was young.
I'm gonna give you the Here, have a squat. Have a...
Okay, sure.
Yeah, they swap.
Yeah, tap out,
Tap
buddy.
out, yeah, tap out quick, and
Pod a squat.
he flips it off his shoulder onto her shoulders.
What?
That is a hell of a. If a kettle can kill someone, that is definitely.
Flips what?
That's a fatal move.
Wait, are we doing squats with the bag with the bag? Did the sandbag?
No, but okay, we could do if you want to.
No, I know. What did you flip off onto her shoulder?
Barbell.
Fucking barbell.
Materializes a barbell.
Out of the bag, I don't fucking know.
Gorlier carries one with him at all.
All right, we got a barbell.
His javelin. He's attached two things on the edge of his
Oh,
javelin.
it's Gorlier. So it's Bryn and Finn on either side of the spears.
Clinging.
With two kettles.
Yeah, it's two kettles either side of one of Gorlier's javelins.
Yeah.
Two of the world's heaviest.
Yeah, okay, here he goes. So she's squatting. I guess I haven't known much of a life outside of the vestige since I was 15, around about when I joined.
Oh, should never ask a lady her age, but how old are you?
35.
Jeez.
Gorlier just turns away. Like, not interested.
Okay, someone tag in. So, what's the plan after we finish this training then? What do we set off for the castle, or do we?
Yeah, we're gonna be heading into the Toridium, and basically we get the thing, we get out, and then if you guys are still up for joining, we'll take you back to base.
Oh, I've always wanted a squad of family. That'd be great.
Oh well, it's not the ideal life, but I found more comfort and friendship here than I ever did in the wider world. So
Oh, sure, we can all muck in.
I mean, it's actually kind of nice to meet someone, of an uncommon race, I guess.
With a tail.
You do?
Yeah, with a tail.
An ambiguous tail.
You're my tail brother.
Yeah, you don't see too many dragonborns around, or many scaly people.
Tiefling.
And he can say that word. He can say that word because he is of scale.
He is a scaly person.
Person of
yeah.
scale.
Our word.
Oh hell yeah! Reclaim that.
Fuck's sake.
Also, yeah, it's a tiefling.
Tiefling, cool.
So yeah, I guess you must be used to getting stares. I know I got my fair share.
Yeah, I like stairs. They're pretty useful, actually, walking up and down.
She laughs. She puts down the barbell and laughs.
Gorlier doesn't understand why she's laughing.
It doesn't laugh.
They are useful.
She laughs. I like you. That was good.
Carton of milk falls over in Gorlier's mind.
Is this when Harriet? Shows up?
Oh, hey, it's Harriet.
Yeah, I've been kind of watching. I've been walking over, not really knowing why.
Me and Harriet had a moment on some stairs the other night. Do you want to hear about it?
Yeah, let's go.
Sorry. Harriet walks over, not really knowing why. He's kind of come over here. He's just watching the two very muscly people lift his bag and looking at his own not particularly developed form. How you guys doing? You alright?
Yeah, we're talking about
we're
stairs.
Good. Yeah.
Harriet turns around and leaves.
Wait. Do you want to try? Do you want to try?
I don't want to do you a disservice, friend, but you might be a little bit on the heavier side of things for me. I don't think I could quite bench that weight.
Oh, nonsense. You'll
Well,
be
how
fine.
about this? Lani puts it down and she goes to the sandbag. Why don't you just show us what you got? Try some of your new spells out.
That's a good idea.
All right, let's give it a shot. I'm gonna try. So I can try my level.
Wall of fire.
Did one of you take any damage in the?
Actually, wait. That could be great training as well. I could hold the bag and then you could cast fire at me and then it could be
I've got something called Scorching Ray.
Yeah.
That's a big old spell.
Yeah, this would be good. I can take it. It's fine.
That does 3d6 in total damage.
It says 2d6 here.
Yeah, because you fire 3 rays.
I trust your aim.
I don't.
I trust your aim. You can do this.
Maybe hold it to the side.
No. Hold it on my head. It's fine. You can do this. You can do this.
Like an apple.
No. You got this.
Harriet kind of flexes his fingers. He's still wearing his casting gloves, obviously. And sparks begin to emanate from his fingertips. He rubs his hands together, balls them into a fist, and blasts them both forward, casting Scorching Ray and...
So you create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at the target. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray, so that's a d20 plus 5.
D20 plus 5.
Now, what is the fucking DC of a sandbag? Probably not a lot.
Well, a human typically has like 10 AC.
Okay.
So with a modifier of +5, so the first one is 15.
Okay, you hit the sandbag.
Second one is 11.
It fucking does the good shit. You hit the sandbag again.
And the final was 23.
You fucking obliterate the sandbag.
But that's what it is. It's a train.
KO.
Does it become like a glass bag? 'Cause sand plus fire equals
It
glass.
turns to glass.
Yeah, basically, Harriet. How I'm picturing this is, are they coming out of Harriet's hands?
Yeah.
I'm picturing like one hand goes forward, second hand goes forward, third hand goes, both hands at the same time,
Together.
Third hand. Oh, hello.
puts out a foot, and then both hands at once for the final blast.
It's like shadow boxing.
And it just fucking catapults this sandbag out of Gorlier's hands and onto the floor behind him, and it's like scorched and some of the sand has been.
I like to imagine that it's like Gorlier is holding it and the blast is just pushing him back across the ground.
He's not moving at all.
Yeah. Gorlier's getting slowly pushed back, and then eventually the sandbag just gets knocked out of his grip and flies behind him and lands, and it's got there's some sand.
Shattered.
And Lani's just like, Lani was kind of like leaning back, letting you do it, and she kind of gets up and goes, "Whoa, shit, that was great!
Thank you.
Nice!"
I knew you could do it.
Bryn, I think, while all this is happening, is watching him try to resist Harriet's spells. Bryn's going to gently wander over.
I'm just going to blow the smoke off my hands.
Oh. Hey, Bryn, why don't you try some of your spells out on this glass bag?
Lani gets up the glass bag.
It's glass
The
bag.
glass
Oh,
cylinder
fuck.
that's in my hand.
Yeah, shatter it.
Shatter it. Yeah, I can take it, I think.
Well, Bryn has a little smile on his face, and he's going to cast Thunder Wave.
Oh boy.
Kaboomy.
He pulls out the guitar
I have a bad feeling about this.
and just kind of plays such a sick riff. Thunderwave. So this is all of you, by the way. I
Nah,
think.
I'm watching
This
from a
is
faraway distance.
from a faraway distance. Fair enough.
Wait, did you not tell us to stand back?
Nah.
Well, we're already still quite
right.
We're still quite far
Come on.
apart.
Come on. We're testing all of you.
Is this spell like a storm, like a controlled storm?
It's like a sonic boom, basically.
It's just like a fucking amp going off.
Okay, is that a dex save?
It's a Constitution save.
Okay. Shit, I haven't got any stats for Lani because she doesn't actually get involved in any combat, but I will give it a go.
If you succeed the saving throw, you take half the damage.
Lani gets a 16.
16. So she's going to take 6 damage.
17.
Harriet's going to take 6 damage. Gorlier. Oh, I'm rolling for Gorlier. Shit. 11 plus 4, 15. So you take 6 damage.
Woo!
There we go, everyone falls back.
No one falls back. No one gets pushed back.
They just badassly take it.
What, did we get electrocuted?
It's just loud.
Just ouchies. It's just an ouch.
Just gives you a headache.
So the sandbag shatters, and Lani is just... Well, Lani, for one, is holding her hands to her ears. Just like, ow, fuck, why? You could have given us a warning. The fuck, dude?
My most sincere apologies. I do hope you'll forgive me. And Bryn's going to cast Charm Person on Lani.
Lamau.
I don't like the direction Bryn's taken.
Oh,
He's tested them out, you know?
Fair enough, alright. So that's a wisdom save, yeah?
That's a wisdom save.
That's an 8 with Lani, so...
She is charmed by Bryn for how long? I don't know how long.
I think it's a minute.
For an hour.
Oh, is it?
When the charm ends, is she gonna know she was charmed?
Yeah.
You are fucking dead.
Oh.
You are 100. If it depends what you do. She's not gonna be happy about this.
You regard me as a friendly acquaintance.
Okay, you know that's fine. It was nothing. I feel fine.
Anything, friends.
You're pretty cool. Yeah, anything for my good buddy Bryn. Do you want to do anything, Bryn? I kind of just feel like hanging out with you. You know, you kind of seem like a good buddy. Is there anything I can do for you?
No, you carry on helping out Gorlier with this
Okay, I'll do that, buddy. I'll see you later.
glass lifting.
The glass is shattered. You shattered it, but we have a javelin with 2 kettles on it. We'll do that.
My most sincere apologies for that.
No, it was dope.
And for this.
No, it was dope. For what?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, cool. Bye. see you around.
What a swell guy.
She turns to Finn and she's just like, Finn, no offense. I know I've known you longer. I like him better than you.
Finn shrugs.
Just like I already feel like I know him better, you know?
The spell has ended.
Just had a lasting impact.
Hey, Lan, it's your turn to squat. Woo.
Okay, so if shit carries on, I do want to skip forward to an hour in the future. When Bryn, are you just reading somewhere?
Yeah, he's sitting by a rock or something. He's reading.
Lani storms over to you. She slaps the book out of your hands. Don't fucking do that again.
Like I said, my apologies.
Okay.
All right then.
But do not do that again. I will.
Red cast.
Suggestion: go away.
Forgive me.
Lani leaves.
Dahlia, Finn, and Harriet just sort of watch from a distance whistling.
Popcorn.
Hey there, Crispy here. Oh boy, it's a kind of a long episode, huh? I'm really excited to be back DMing and returning to this campaign, finally. I have a lot of ideas and hopefully cool stuff will keep happening for the next however many episodes of this chapter, which will also hopefully have a more regular upload schedule. I'm really trying. So as usual, please, if you enjoyed the series, be sure to rate and follow us on iTunes or Spotify or whatever. And you may want to check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/Travelers of the Unknown. That's with 2 L's. We also have a Twitter @TOTUcast. That's the initials of the show, cast. TOTU cast. Finally, there are links on both of those to join our Discord server where you can give us your input, suggestions for future NPC names or items to be purchased once that becomes a mechanic later in this arc. So yeah, if that sounds like fun, do that or don't. That's something called free will. Anyway, that's enough out of me. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll go back to the episode now. Whee! So, whatever day that was, I was kind of thinking we could just spread these events across the course of the 3 days. Like, we did stuff, we talked about stuff, we trained, it was dope. We could say that was the 3rd day if you guys want.
Sure.
So during that day, so it's kind of after that little interaction with Lani on the evening of the 3rd day, that Lani hears a dinging bell. She goes over to near her tent and she sees her device, and it's pulsing with a deep red glow. She rushes to it and holds it in her hands, twisting a knob and stopping the ringing noise. Guys, we should all get some rest. It's due. Tower's gonna be showing up in the morning.
Red cast sleep under.
Everyone drops to the floor.
Everyone just drops to the floor.
So, she enters her tent. In 12 hours, the Toridium's gonna show up, so you guys can all get a night's sleep. As she has explained prior to you, the 4 of you are going to be heading in together, and then she's going to go in alone, separate from the rest of you guys. She said, if you get stuck, just hold on tight, because once I get my hands on the artifact that's powering it, you should be free to escape. Now, it seems like this thing is designed to hoard whatever's inside it, protect it. I don't know what it's going to put you through, but it won't be easy, so good luck.
Oh, so are we about to go in to the tower?
She said that to you earlier, so
okay.
You're about to go to sleep for the night. You're all level 3. You've learned some new spells and techniques and gained greater skill in various areas. And Finn, you've been training for this. This is your first solo mission, or it was going to be. But now you've got these 3 newbies to drag along with you.
Which arguably is a mission in itself.
So I would have had to do this job on my own.
No, you'd be doing it with Lani originally, that was the idea, but you're going in with them and Lani's going off on her own.
She's so goddamn cool.
So, you all feel pretty prepared, but for what? Fuck it, you don't know.
A good night's sleep.
How do you all sleep that night? Do you do any last minute prep?
Bryn's gonna, I guess, tune the guitar and trim off the strings.
Did you ever engrave anything on the...
He didn't, no.
Okay.
Harriet sharpens his scythe sickle thing on a whetstone.
Fucking edgy.
And,
there we go, that's what I'm here for. Yeah.
I thought you might like that. And he does his beak too.
Has Harry been sleeping on the floor every night, or have you guys been swapping?
No, he's been on the floor, having his nightmares.
He's made a little nest.
Yeah, Gully's going to do
little bird nest.
Tail push-ups. He's going to sit on the floor and do little tail push-ups, lifting himself up and down.
That's not a tail. That's not a tail that's going up and down.
Like a jack on a car. It goes...
Penis joke.
And down. No, it's not a penis joke.
Matt made a penis joke.
Comedy.
So, you guys are all awoken by Lani the next morning. She's ringing a bell for the dawn. As you leave your tents, you see her put down the bell. Her device is tucked under one arm and it's flashing with a light way faster than it was before. Okay, not long now, guys. Be ready.
I climb into my leathers.
Okay.
What is it? Just Is it just like purple robes in the wardrobes?
Yeah.
Of course they're purple.
For you, Bryn, actually, they fit you pretty well.
Yeah, it was tailored for you.
Nah, Bryn's not about robes.
Any of the clothing in there. Well, there's not robes. There's robes, and there's also just like plain kind of like beige shirts, maybe brown, just jeans, trousers, or whatever. So
Khaki shorts.
you know, but in this time, you would have had time to wash your typical outfit, but you could dress in whatever you want. But just as a side note, those clothes, they don't fit Gorlier, but they fit Bryn pretty well. So.
Sorry, Gorlier's got his own little garments. That's fine.
He's got his loincloth.
He's just wearing his sleep hat over his crotch and nothing else.
Oh, that's horrible.
Just tied it in like a little knot just to cover it up. And then that's
He
it.
faces everybody in the morning with his butt.
One ball hangs out the side.
He gestures to his penis and goes, "Shh, it's asleep."
Don't wake the dragon.
A little bit of smoke puffs out of his crotch.
Oh.
I think I might have to get that checked.
Are you inferring that Gorlier ejaculates fire?
Maybe.
I mean, if anyone was going to, it would be Gorlier.
Those balls are just like propane tanks.
Comedy.
There we go. So it takes about 20 minutes for the tower to just appears. There's no sound or force, it's just there in the blink of an eye. And Lani's device is now glowing permanently crimson.
Right then, darlings. We going in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She turns to the tower and then looks back at all of you. Follow after me, but not until the door closes, okay?
Harriet lowers his beak.
With that, she rushes in. The door opens on its own as she approaches, slides to the right until it's gone completely. There's nothing but darkness on the other side, and it's a darkness that swallows her whole before the door slides quickly shut again.
What's that supposed to happen?
Finn prepares and says, "Come on, guys, it's time to go."
Bryn's gonna follow Finn. Oh.
Well, after you, friend.
Who you talking to?
What, the only person left standing next to me?
Well, I don't know.
Keep up, Matt, come on.
Get some fucking spatial awareness, Matt.
Theatre of the mind, Matt.
Theatre of the mind.
I nod to Gorlier and follow.
So you all head in. The door opens for you guys as you approach.
Gorlier's just left outside. Doesn't know how to get in.
Gorlier just walks away.
Gorlier's like, after you, just fucking sprints the other direction.
After you, bye!
Abandoned quest.
Yeah, James won't be with us for the next 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
See you later, guys.
you guys all head in together. You actually left.
Gorlier just T-poses.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, you all head in together.
Yeah.
Then?
Sure.
All right, you all rush in, and the door again just closes behind you as soon as you're in. And as the door seals, there's this darkness that lays heavy around you. It's intense and claustrophobic. But as sudden as it was there, it's replaced with a pale light that kind of stings your eyes. And once they adjust, you find yourselves in this textureless white room without any doors or windows or anything. And it's kind of hard to tell how large it is because...
We're in the dungeon lobby.
Shit, we're in the Matrix.
It's hard to tell how large it is because none of you cast any shadows. It has no definition to its edges or its walls. And around you there's this slow kind of clunking, whirring noise, like a rusty creaking.
Oh, it's still loading.
So servers are offline, please try again.
Then there's a click, and just like that, you're somewhere else. Ahead of you is a vast rectangular hall with enough space to fit maybe 1,000 seats if it was set up like an auditorium. And there's a dizzying ceiling of just an absurd height stretching up. It's all bathed in pale light, but there are shapes and forms to it now. Though the room is largely featureless, there is this raised platform directly to the left of you, of where you entered. It's about 5 times as high as Gorlier.
Big.
And it's quite long as well. Covering the entire upper side of this platform, kind of cascading down from the distant ceiling, is a crimson stage curtain. The only other feature of this platform is a small window about the size of a head, which is a few paces away from you, and it peers inside the platform. And to your right, far at the other end of the largest length of the room, there is a bright red arrow which points down at the solid pale floor.
Anyone want to go first?
Yep. Let's go.
What are you doing?
Finn isn't sort of confidently walks towards the arrow.
Okay.
I lean over to Bryn and say, that fucker's gonna die.
It's a bit of a walk,
Yeah.
but you get there.
Yeah.
You're just walking confidently towards it.
Yeah. And then after
Okay.
after you've walked for like 20 seconds of confidence and you realise how long it's going to take, he starts jogging to get there. He's just bored. He's bored.
Awkwardly, like,
Power walking.
Yeah.
You get there. What do?
I poke it.
You poking the arrow?
Yeah.
It's just a wall.
Guys, it's just a wall.
Feels a bit cold. His voice echoes from across the room.
Fantastic.
have you tried turning the arrow around? I shout back.
The arrow is just painted on the wall.
It's painted on the wall.
It's painted?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did he say?
He said it's painted on the wall.
What did he say?
No, Gorlier asked what you said. You said he painted on the wall. I told him you painted it on the wall.
Oh, okay.
Tell him to
You could
maybe.
fucking talk to him. We're in the same hallway.
Have you tried?
Golly's not talking to him.
Yes. Have you tried
Well,
breaking?
you tell her.
Well, I would talk if you can't fucking interrupt me, little cuck.
Well, that's rude.
You're fucking rude. Brave, try breaking the ground.
I try and break.
How's he going to do that?
Try and break the ground.
Break the ground.
How do you try to break the ground, Finn?
I'm a punch it with my hand.
It hurts.
Ow.
Nothing happens.
It doesn't work.
I mean, oh yeah, you're not. Yeah.
He just tried punching a brick wall.
I mean, it works for me, but
Yeah, but you're a fucking...
I've got pythons actually.
Bryn's gonna do the obvious thing and wander up to the window in the large cube.
Thank you, Bill. Inside the windows, there's sort of a cupboard-sized area, and it's dimly lit, and it's got a red target on the other side of the wall, kind of in line with the window.
Bryn, you happen to be a good shot, don't you?
Bryn is gonna pull out his little crossbow
Okay.
and he's gonna take a shot at the target within the window.
Okay, roll it.
13.
It hits, and the arrow just sort of bounces off of it.
Oh.
It makes contact, bounces off the target. It causes it to sway in place very gently, but otherwise it's completely unaffected.
Maybe it's a magical target.
if you try breaking the ground,
Has anything happened to the arrow already?
The arrow's just bounced off.
No, the arrow on the wall at the far end. is,
Oh no, nothing's happened to that.
how about see that curtain up there? What if we were to get someone up there somehow?
I mean, I can fly.
Or Gorlier could throw someone.
Or I could throw someone, which is a lot.
Or Gorlier could throw someone.
Right, who's the lightest here?
Oh, that's definitely Bryn.
Bryn.
Right, Bryn, what do you say to this?
Hold on, give me a fucking sec here. I need to figure out how tall.
Well, Finn's actually kind of small as well. What's Bryn's size?
Well, it's 5.
Medium. They're all medium.
Petite.
Damn it.
Finnison's got to walk all the way back, though. And Gorlier is a creature of impulse.
Gorlier's impatient.
This
you
is
know.
true.
Yeah.
If I cast a first level spell, I can float 10 feet. If I cast levitate, I can float 30 feet.
Oh, okay. So Dawid could reach it if he wasted a
Nah, bun that. I want to throw
or
it.
used a second level spell.
No, you see, she phrased it as wasted.
Yeah, let's bun it. Bun it, I want to throw it. Brent, what are you saying?
All right.
Come on, we doing this?
Finn is jogging over now.
Bryn's gonna make himself as thin as possible, like an arrow.
Okay.
Am I going to throw you like a javelin?
Yes.
Nose first.
Like in The Incredibles, where she says, Bob, throw me! And he goes, Yee.
Yeah. I mean, Gulliver's experienced.
Just like that, yeah. Exactly
Yeah,
like that. dude.
exactly like that.
Exactly.
Gulliver's experienced with javelin throwing, so I'm
Right.
sure this will go
Are
great.
you ready for this, friend?
Make a raged attack with me.
Make a ranged attack!
Are you proficient in Bryn's?
Proficient in
Let's just make it.
Well, I've got animal handling, if you know what I mean.
Let's just make it athletics.
Fucking me.
So roll. I'm gonna. Can I? Yeah, roll a d20 for Gorlier, and it's a +5.
+5. Ooh, 23.
Yeah, you throw Bryn. Bryn flies up and makes contact with the curtain. It's a thick curtain. Bryn is kind of just a little up on the curtain, and it just kind of sways in the wind a bit, and Bryn is just gripping to the curtain.
Like a cat.
So Bryn, you're on a curtain.
I'm gonna try and slide down the curtain to the top of the cube.
Okay, yeah, you slide down, you put your little feet on the ground.
Can I go under the curtain?
Yeah, you can go under the curtain. You go under the curtain.
What do I see?
You see a truly immense feral giant.
Fuck's sake.
That's rude.
There are many forms of giants in these lands. They vary in shape and size and intellect, but the scale of this one is like you've only heard legend of this. They say the bigger the giant, the smaller the brain. And this creature is just fucking. It's curled up on this platform having a sleep, silently sleeping.
Oh.
Bryn is going to freeze in place, and he's going to very gently go back under the curtain.
You do that.
We shout up, Brad!
Fuck's.
Can you see anything up there?
Bryn is just. He's holding his like finger to his mouth as angrily as he can. Just.
He's so far up we can't see him.
I can't hear you. I had to shout it. I'm out of the end of the corridor. You think I can see what you're fucking saying?
Hush it, lad. He's going to climb down.
What can you see?
There's a big bloody giant up there, so it's just we all keep it quiet.
Is it green? Is the giant green?
Fucking idiot.
I honestly didn't look.
It's not green. It's not green. It was kind of like a skin tone, but with like
How
kind
do you
of.
know what it is? You haven't been up there.
It was like a pale skin tone with kind of grey, kind of ashy.
Alright. I just want to see what it's resistant against. That's what I want.
Fuck up, James.
If it sells peas.
Sweet corn, you dickhead.
Sweet corn, Jolly green giant.
Fucking knobhead.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's a hard life playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What else
Carry
did
on.
you see up there with the totally not green giant?
I got out of there pretty fucking sharpish, but
What's your passive perception? Hold on.
passive perception is 13.
Yeah, okay. You were kind of distracted by the giant, but you did notice above the giant was a very large bell.
There was a big bell hanging over him.
Maybe.
We've got to hit the bell and wake him up and fucking murder him.
What?
Jesus.
Looks like you're going up there again then.
Bryn is gonna step away.
Not again.
No.
Why not? Okay.
So what do you do?
Right. How are we going to ring this bell, guys?
Shoot it.
Any ideas?
Well, what's his name over there can fly?
Oh yeah, has Finnison rejoined us? Or is he
Finison's
still...
with you guys now.
Okay, so
Up you go.
do you want a head start up there? I can.
Yeah.
You wanna-
Catapult me and then I'll catch myself mid-air.
Assume the formation.
I make myself as thin as I can.
Or we could do a different position. I could like hold my hands really low to the floor near my feet, spread my feet akimbo, and just like yoink
I'm okay with it.
straight up.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay, as Gully assumes the position.
Okay, that's another athletics.
21.
Finnison shoots up and catches onto the.
I catch levitate so that I can stay in the air up that point.
Okay, so is that your level 1?
That's a level 2 spell.
So you're now levitating up there. You can head under the curtain if you want.
Yep, that's me.
All right. You see the giant snoozing away.
I'm gonna look around for anything else that we didn't see.
There's nothing else here. It's just the giant in the bell.
Cool, I'm gonna go ring the bell.
The bell is very high up.
I'm gonna keep flying as high as I possibly can.
You cast levitate at the point of the curtain.
Oh shit, how far away is it?
How high up can you go with
Like
levitate?
30 feet tops.
Sure, you can reach it. Why not?
No, 30 feet's not even like... That's like 12 meters.
Yeah, I kind of want to help you here because this is a clever solution, and you did just use a 2-level spell. But this, I did describe the ceiling as being incredibly high. The bell is quite high up.
Can I cast Mage Hand to increase my range?
But
and then-
how big is the force of Mage Hand? How great is the force?
It's my physical hand force.
I'm gonna go ahead and as a DM, I'm gonna tell you that's not gonna work on the bell.
How heavy? How big is the bell?
It's big. It's about as big as the giant's head.
Oh, okay. So that's
I'm gonna shoot a chaos bolt at it. Fuck it.
All right, shoot a fucking chaos bolt at it.
Oh, I rolled a natural 3, so it's like 8.
See, they've been quite good rolls all game. There had to be one.
usually it's me as well. So it's nice that
You
we
throw a fucking chaos bolt.
hits the giant.
Yeah, it hits a giant.
Oh, what? No, I didn't mean that.
No, I'm just thinking like it could hit the giant because you've thrown it up towards the bell and you've missed. There's a good chance that could hit the giant because it's either it hits the giant or it just smashes into the wall, and that spell was just completely wasted. So
Spell was wasted, I guess.
you'd rather it that than it hit the giant?
Yeah.
Okay, the spell was wasted.
Oh no! Actually, hold
The
on.
giant's waking up either way.
Yeah, actually, hit the giant. Hit him.
All right.
Hit the guy.
You hit the fucking giant.
Fuck him.
How much damage does it do?
15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Okay.
Bryn's having flashbacks to getting hit by a kettle.
The giant gets hit by it, and he goes, and a huge fucking hand comes up near you, Finn, like
Run away!
with such force that it's almost like it's like a fucking truck is being picked up right next to you. And it fucking goes up to where you hit him on the back of his head, and he just fucking pats it as if it were like a mosquito bite or something. And then the giant kind of like,
I am running away.
all right, you jump down for Gorley to catch you or something.
I got you.
I can just cancel levitate and float down.
Okay,
Aw.
the curtain is grasped from within and tugged to the side, revealing the full scale of this boy. This creature just growls and it just sits up, massages his heavy brow, it scratches its hairy back and chest, you know, and he glances down at all of you with his yellowing eyes as large as your bodies. He regards you with no interest at all, as you might glance at a bird outside your window, and then he just sort of leans against the wall and closes his eyes, and going limp,
This
and just
fuck.
like he just goes back like.
Well, that was not what I was expecting.
I was getting ready to roll
I was
initiative.
ready to create a new character real quick.
So he's just chilling. The curtain's now open, and he's just kind of. He's not deep asleep anymore. He's just kind of there.
How high up are we saying the bell is, roughly?
I'd say it's at least about a good 30 meters up.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wait, can I send Jin up to have a look?
Jin's not with you.
Isn't he?
Hey, what?
No.
Oh, yeah, Jin went with Lani.
What if we set the fucking curtain on fire?
It's not that tall.
We
is
can
it?
get someone up there.
Well, I mean, the giant seems to be friendly,
To a mosquito, yeah.
so it's not beyond the realm of possibility that this thing might be persuadable.
I mean, as we've discovered, Bryn can be quite persuasive now.
Exactly.
So why don't we throw Bryn onto the giant near his ear?
And Bryn has persuasion, which works on lesser minds.
It does.
Which is annoying because it did work on me, so I've just realised a bit of a backward insult now I think about it. So, I mean, what's the range on persuasion?
Bryn could cast a persuasion on that giant, as far as I know.
Bryn, you know that weird thing you did to me yesterday? Maybe you could whisper something in that thing's ear to ring the bell.
Oh. Bryn is going to close his eyes and in this kind of slightly posher, more ethereal voice, just go, I think you should wake up. Ring that bell for us. And cast suggestion on the giant.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw, 13 to beat.
No, doesn't beat it. So, yeah, the giant kind of gets up and goes... And he goes up to the bell and just fucking slaps it with one hand.
Fuck
and it
me!
rings so loud. Like, it hurts.
Ow!
I check where the arrow is.
You check the arrow. The arrow's not been affected.
Can I look back in the window?
There's no change.
Well, that didn't seem to accomplish much.
I mean, there were 3 things in this room. We've done all. Unless...
I start digging at the floor underneath the giant.
Punch the floor.
Come on, guys. Let's break the floor.
I mean, do you guys want to inspect the floor over there?
Sure, let's inspect the floor.
I knew the floor would play a part in this.
There's a giant red arrow pointing at it.
Yeah, dude.
Who wants to, I guess, roll investigation?
I haven't done nothing in a while, though. 13.
Okay, Harriet, as you're all walking over there, you think to actually put your head down to the floor.
Okay.
And you put your head down, you put your ear to the floor, and you knock it with your hand. And it sounds hollow.
Guys, I think that we could shatter this. Gorlier, come over here.
What up?
Do you reckon you could show off your strength and maybe smash the fuck out of this ground?
I can give it a good old go. This is obviously strength. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I'd call this just
Callum, can you roll the dice for me, please?
17.
+5.
22, alright. Gaulier,
Fuck.
you fucking pound at the ground, right?
Golly smash!
It does chip slightly.
Again.
Again.
Callum, roll again.
21.
Yep, 21, you hit again. More of the same damage.
Again!
Oh shit, what if we try and brought the giant over to here?
Oh. Can I punch it again, though?
Yeah, punch it again.
Again!
What if it needs like a giant's weight?
You got a 20. Yeah, it cracked a bit. What were you saying, Dad?
We need to get the giant over here to stand on the arrow.
Bryn's gonna sprint back over. Oh god, no, I've already burned 1 second level spell slot.
I'm going to say your suggestion spell is still under effect on the giant.
Actually, that's true, it is. It lasts for an hour.
There we go, yeah, so you can still suggest anything you want to the giant.
I think you should go and stand where that arrow's pointing.
The giant goes, okay. And he gets up.
Oh, I think we better move.
He shifts himself over, and it sounds like a fucking castle is moving. His feet fling off the edge of the upraised platform, and he just jumps down, shaking the ground, and starts stomping with no regard for where you guys are in the direction of the hallway.
Harriet, we are moving now.
The Shadow of the Colossus music starts to play.
The giant makes his huge, stupid way over to the arrow, and he stands there. Nothing's happened as of yet, but he is standing there, yeah.
Jump.
Tell him to jump. Tell him to jump.
I think you should jump where the arrow is pointing.
The giant fucking squats down, shoots up into the air, comes back down, lands, the floor comes exploding open as he creates impact.
We did it,
It's just
guys.
this big hefty crunch, and the giant goes tumbling down through the floor and towards what's beneath. Or it would have, but as soon as the surface of this floor is broken, the giant just sort of fades away into nothing.
Aww.
He just goes... and then he just goes away.
Giant friend's gone.
I could have made a bigger hole.
All right, and then there you go. There's this big hole in the floor now.
Is there anything in the hole?
It's hollow inside, and there's nothing but there's darkness stretching down.
Can I cast what's it called? A sacred light?
Yeah,
I
you've
think
just
it's
got a
called?
cantrip called Light.
Light. Yeah.
Any object no larger than 10 feet in any dimension shines a bright light for an hour.
I pick up, I guess, one of the shards of like rock that caved in when the earth.
Yeah,
went.
sure.
Ignite it with holy light.
Okay, it glows brightly, and
Drop it into the hole.
it falls for about 4 or 5 seconds, getting fainter and fainter, and then you hear an echoed plop, distinguishing a body of water.
Oh, let's go.
Any volunteers?
Yeah, yeet. Yeah, can Bryn make an acrobatics check to do a backflip?
You go for it.
23.
Oh my god.
Bryn does the sickest backflip.
End off the episode on just a...
Freeze frame.
Wait, can we do all of ours and then end on Bryn's? 'Cause I feel like Bryn's got a...
Yeah, everyone roll acrobatics.
That's a 6.
6. Finn falls in the hole.
Actually, he's not going to do that. Bryn's going to like full on like Olympic dive with like no splash. Just like plunk.
17.
Harriet, you do a pretty sick dive as well.
I just step in.
And Gaulia,
I can't roll.
that's an 11. Gaulia, you're okay. You do like
He just planks.
you do a
Pencil die.
No, you just fall out like perfectly horizontal and you don't even wobble in the air.
Just fall horizontally down.
Yeah, perfectly horizontal.
And there you go.
Good job, guys.
And that's where we're going to end off this.
Nice one, gang. Thank you, Chrissy.
Thank you, guys.